Welcome back into Climbing the Ladder. I'm your host, Jesse Simmons, host of Hatter's Prime. And this week, in this episode, we have another fantastic guest on today, Jonathan Gonzalez, a MLB draft pick from the Philadelphia Phillies. Not only is he a good person, player, but he's a good human being, and he's overcome a lot of adversity, which is another reason why I wanted to get him on today. Kind of everything's come to fruition for you, Jonathan, and it's just been great to have you on, and thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jesse. Been a crazy year and a half, but kind of settled down now, and just happy where I've got so far. So it's been good.
And that's exactly what we're going to hop into today, brother, is basically, you've come from being able to play and compete. And then you had not your world turned up on top on side of you, but you had some injuries and you had to sit in the sideline basically and watch your brothers play and watch your friends play. Then you get to have a comeback. And the way that you had a comeback this year, I've been telling everybody, you didn't just play. There's a difference between a comeback and playing and a comeback and being a difference maker. That's exactly what you were. You were a difference maker this year on your team. You're an ASUN pitcher of the year, something that not many people can even do, let alone come back from a season-ending injury into the season before and not have any innings. Looking back into where you are now, getting picked up by the Phillies, and you don't even have to go very far. You're in Clearwater. Give us a little bit about that. Where are you at right now, and how is everything for you?
Yeah, I'm currently in my apartment in Clearwater. It's where the spring training complex is, the minor league complex, and then the low A team is also here in Clearwater. So it's kind of like a hub for the Phillies minor leagues.
And so with that, you don't have to go too far. After the draft, we'll talk about that before you even got drafted. What was that like leading up that week, that day? You didn't go in the first three rounds. You've been slept on. I think you've been slept on your entire college career, including this year. The way that, not disrespected, but you should have gotten a lot more things than you did, in my opinion. And we'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
But the way that it shook out, you not the first day. You kind of fall through and you're wondering, what was that mindset of going through? You see your other guys get drafted, your teammates. It's kind of cool to have those conversations. What was going through your mind at that point before you get picked up?
Yeah, so I'll start from like a week out before the draft. I mean, definitely pretty stressful. Just trying to keep myself busy with my family at home. Obviously, I haven't been home a lot because I've been at school. So just being home was nice, kind of keeping myself busy before the draft while maintaining strength, kind of like ramping up to start tossing so that hopefully when I show up to the facility, whichever
Great
team it
job.
may be at that point, like I'm ready to go and I'm not just like haven't thrown. So yeah, and then whatever draft came, didn't really expect obviously to go on day one. I mean, it was fun to watch. I know Zoe had some bite there and on day one, so it was cool to talk to him about that. But yeah, I mean, then the next day was that Monday, which was a pretty stressful day. Started at 11 a.m. Um, I don't know. Thought I can go anywhere in that late like 7 to 10 range, which is usually like a senior sign round
Mm-hmm.
where they take like underslot seniors, which I guess I am. So yeah, got a few calls throughout the day. Just got a little stressful there, and then
Of course.
whenever round 10 ended, we had Isaiah and Tygo, which was awesome. Super pumped for them. Then there was like an hour break in between like the 10th and 11th round, and yeah, just kind of I actually went with my girlfriend to go get a milkshake because I was kind of stressed out.
Take your
So
mind off it. Is it the
took
most
my
stressful
mind off.
milkshake you ever had in your life?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, my family kind of stuck around. My mom worked from home that day. Chris was in and out of the house, my older brother.
Mm.
And yeah, so was Anthony. He was also in and out. And my dad as well. So after the 10th round, you can tell my dad was a little frustrated, but it was all good. So kind of hung around, watched the draft, and got a call. Actually, saw my name. My mom saw my name pop up first, which was cool. And then as soon as the name popped up on my phone, is when I had the Phillies area scout call me, which was pretty cool, and it got pretty emotional for my family and I. It was just a really special moment.
It's funny your mom saw it first because just having conversations with her over the season, she wears her heart on her sleeve and she loves you. She loves her son, and that's how my mom was when I played. And she would cry when you'd get 10 strikeouts in a game. Whatever it was, every time you played really well, she'd cry. Well, was it like just a fountain tears that your mom's like, wow, my baby's getting drafted? Because before I ask you the question, look down at your name, Jonathan Gonzalez. What does it say under it?
Yeah, MLB draft pick. Pretty
Right?
cool.
At the end of the day, you're the 2% of people ever,
Yeah,
to be able to get drafted and even have a chance to play. So it doesn't even
yeah.
matter when you get drafted at that point. You get your name called. What was that first kind of reaction feeling?
Um, was I was on the couch laying there, to be honest, like didn't really know what to think at that point. Was kind of getting a little worried, honestly.
Right.
And she was sitting probably around 20 feet in front of me at her office desk, and she just goes, it's like she saw my name pop up, and I was like, what? And then it's like 2 seconds later, it popped up on my phone, and like just tears started running down
Yeah.
my face, her face, everybody, Chris too. Uh, it was pretty special, and then had a nice talk with the area scout, and he was just like, dude, enjoy it. Like this is like one of the most special moments you're ever gonna have. So
Absolutely.
just like kind of embrace it and enjoy it with your family.
One thing I didn't know is, as I've kind of talked to all you guys now, is like Isaiah had an agent. It makes kind of sense. His dad, with all his years in the league, and he knows people and things like that. So he had a scout. He had a not scout, an agent to talk to scouts to kind of navigate through. Then I talked to Ty. Ty did it all on his own. Ty was telling me the day you guys left Auburn, he's on the bus and scouts are blowing up his phone. So he had to do it all on his own. Did you have an agent? Did you not have an agent? How did you have to navigate that?
Me and Ty are very similar. It was all on my own. I
And
did
that's
have
another
some
added
help.
pressure.
I did have some help from some people that are pretty professional. But yeah, I was pretty solo for it all. Uh, yeah, answered to all the scouts. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. But I think Ty's phone got blown up just a little bit more than mine.
Yeah, I mean, it
A
makes
good
sense.
reason,
At the same time, it's still
but
a lot
yeah,
of pressure that I didn't think about.
yeah,
Blew
yeah, a
past
little
my
bit.
mind.
But I always thought it was exciting when I always got contacted by a scout. It was always like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
But
He said,
it
"Hell
was
yeah,
cool.
that's me."
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm
that's good.
sure
Yeah,
an agent advisor probably coming soon in our future. So I'll be
right.
home soon and
Absolutely.
kind of get that situated.
Yeah, and now you get drafted. That's a big not weight off your shoulders, but it's like, okay, let's go. We're in it. All four of you guys get drafted. I heard there was a group chat. You guys are just kind of talking the whole time. From It's funny. All the other episodes I've had, everybody's mentioned you as just that person that they were really pulling for to get
Yeah,
that opportunity, and now you got it. Looking back on it, your college ride. We'll talk about the regional and how that finished up in just a second in the ASUN tournament. But overlooking your college career, having your name called, I'm sure little Jonathan 10 years ago is really appreciative of the opportunity and the way you stuck to it. You easily
yeah,
could have given up after the injury. What does that mean to you in your first couple moments and thoughts after you get drafted?
yeah. I always, I mean, I've always loved baseball. It's always been like, I mean, even growing up, I played a bunch of sports, but baseball always just stuck out for me. And like,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say let's say less than little Jonathan, more like 5 years ago, Jonathan. I mean, I didn't think, I really didn't think pro ball was like 1-1. I always thought it was an option, but when I hit my junior year and I went to the Cape, that is like the moment that it clicked. It's like, holy shit, like I can play pro ball. Sorry for the language.
No, you're
Um,
good. Yeah, it makes sense.
it's like, yeah, like this is within reach, and like from then on, I just kind of set out for it and kind of went for it. And obviously, the injury kind of backtracked me a little bit, but also the backtrack, like it took like a bunch of step forward and like mentally, and like I learned a lot
Wow.
about baseball in the process. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's been cool. Funny story. I'll mention this. About a year ago, my mom was planning a trip to Europe, like a family trip, and they actually just got back now. Um, and I told her, I was like, Mom, like, I love you guys, but like, I don't want to go on that Europe trip. Like, I want to be playing pro ball. So I begged her to not buy me a plane ticket, to not get me on that cruise, and I guess it was a gamble at the time, but it paid off, and I'm playing pro ball, and they enjoyed their trip to Greece, to Italy, and yeah, so it was
The
a
over on
win-win
the over on that
win-win,
bet slammed for sure.
win-win for the family. So I took a
Dude, that's
gamble,
awesome.
and it worked
That's
out.
awesome. It's cool because that's the way you a year out, not you just manifested it. I know you're a big man, your faith like I am. You're trusting that God's going to put you in a good spot and it's going to carry you through. And I mean, I was someone who stepped out of baseball after 4 surgeries and kind of knew my ceiling that I had. And so I had some offers, decided no, I'm just done with it, and jumped into this side of the playing field with a mic. You took it and you used it as fuel. You use it as fuel to say, okay, I'm coming off this injury. I'm going to be bigger, better, and throwing harder than I was before, and I'm going to be in a better spot to play pro ball. Looking back and once again, putting yourself in your shoes now, what's something that's carried you through to give you that success this year, like you had? Maybe something like a motto, whatever it was. What was that thing that just kind of carried you through and
Hmm.
vaulted you to where you are?
I don't know about a motto, but like just kind of like a way of life. I mean, obviously putting faith first, really getting deep into that. Nutrition, something that wasn't really taken seriously prior to like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Mental performance, which it's pretty cool that this is a mental health podcast. Um, Mental performance and mental health, it's a big thing for me. When injuries, honestly, physically was the easy part for me. It was mentally when you were left back on bus trips. You had to do rehab by yourself at the field with a few other guys, and that was probably the hardest part for me. So just being able to be like, I don't ever want to feel that again. I want to make
Ever.
sure that I put my foot down and I don't let this thing happen again. I mean, sometimes it's uncontrollable, but
Right.
I want to do everything in my power to be in the best shape possible, be in the best mental shape possible, and just go out there and compete and just enjoy every day. And I always tell the guys, I guess this could be my motto is treat every day like this is your last on the baseball field. Like don't take any days for granted. Like there's millions of kids that wish they were in the position that we were. So
Yeah.
I always went out there and put my 100% out there.
I know that feels like is it's one thing to lay in your bed at night and stare at the ceiling and think, am I going to be healed? Am I going to get back to what I was? All these doubts that run through your mind. And then it's even harder to go to practice and sit in the dugout and watch your other pitchers go through PFPs. They're going through reps. They're doing stuff, and you're just hanging out doing rehab. I know exactly how that feels. It's not fun. And for a majority of people, it kind of shuts them down mentally, too. So I'm glad that you've been able to realize that. Taking that into the draft now, you've already been through much adversity. How did your mental approach now change, going into the draft, going into the ASUN tournament, being able to have the season you have? I always like to ask this question, if you could go back and change your injury and wish you never had it, would you do it? And if not, why?
Ooh, uh, maybe the timing was a little off with it, but other than that, like it was like a big building block and learning curve for me. But we'll say the timing kind of sucked. Kind of lost my senior year there, but
Mm.
I don't regret it. I'd say I don't regret it because honestly, I made the most out of it. I learned a lot during that time, and I'm actually about to graduate my master's. So I guess I got a master's degree out of the injury. So that was
Ooh,
awesome.
that's huge, man.
Yeah,
That's huge.
yeah.
Congrats on the masters. Congrats
Thank
on
you.
getting education. That's
Yeah,
above all. That's something you can carry with you for a while too. I should have put MLB draft pick slash master's
yeah.
degree.
That's cool. I guess so. Yeah, no regrets with this. No regrets, and I don't think I'd change a thing. This season was so special, and even being on the sideline watching those guys in 24 when the tournament was unbelievable. And I don't know which atmosphere was better between Tallahassee or Auburn, but personally for me, Auburn was pretty cool just because I got to pitch. But
Yeah.
it
Oh
was
my gosh, you gave me a
special.
layup right here into that. Auburn Regional, you guys win the ASUN tournament in an unconventional fashion. You guys had to wait over 12 hours for a rain delay. You finally find out. You guys do the dive on the tarp, and you guys do the dog pile on your own. At 1 o'clock in the morning. Then you have to turn around, find out where we're going to be sent. You guys find out it's Auburn. You guys get to go, and you played really well. And yeah, you're a guy who threw damn near 100 pitches, 100 innings pitched this year. And I know for any pitcher, especially you from last year coming off that injury, not that your arm's hanging, but you're fatigued. Every pitcher is fatigued by the time you get to the tournament. You've pitched so long.
Yeah,
It was cool to watch that. And not only, like I said, all year it's been your thing. You don't just pitch, you compete, and to way to see you compete and shut out NC State for a while like you did. What was that experience like in a really cool, unique stadium of Auburn and just the whole trip itself?
yeah. It was probably top of the list for baseball experiences in my life. It was. dream come true, honestly, just to be pitching in that atmosphere,
Mm.
in that competitive environment. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty fatigued at the end. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I gave it all I had, emptied the tank there at the end, and man, the guys made it easy with that 7 spot in the first inning. It was just like go out there and throw strikes, and good things are gonna happen. So that's what I did. Just threw a lot of changeups for strikes and got a
Right.
lot of weak contact, and won't change a thing. So the guys made it easy on me for that.
Yeah, you look at the mental side and the physical side for you. You mean you're an unconventional guy. You're one of those lefties that you're not going to throw a fastball by you, but you've been really crafty in the way that you throw. I've kind of compared you to Greg Maddux all year, the way that you're able to compete and make your fastball look way faster than it is because you have that veteran approach on the mound and you can get cool, calm, and collected, but you know when to let it loose.
Yeah.
Just what have you learned the most, and where does that come from for you? I guess the past couple of years leading up to now being a professional employee of baseball getting paid to play, but you have to earn your stripes. How do you necessarily think you earned yours in that respect?
Yeah, a lot of people influenced me growing up. Had a few high school coaches that really just honed in on strike throwing. When day and age when most people just care about velocity, care about the cool metrics, care about the trackman stuff, which honestly it's all important, but just being instilled at such a young age that number one focus at this time is throwing the ball over the plate and being
Mm.
able to throw multiple pitches over the plate at any count. So attribute that to high school coaches, and then just being able to play with my older brother who was, I don't know, you think that I was had a high Q pitcher. He was special out there, and he threw 85, 88, and still found a way to make hitters look silly, make his fastball look hard still.
Yeah.
And he was pretty special. So definitely learned a lot from him. So I give him a lot of credit for instilling a good foundation and core into me.
And we'll move into kind of the good and bad questions here on climbing the ladder of what was it something you and first off, what was something you enjoyed most about not just this season but the past couple of years at Stetson? Is there a certain memory that you're going to carry with you? Is there something that a
Uh,
little gem when you're at or your kids ask you about Stetson baseball or college baseball? What are you going to tell them? A quick memory that kind of
yes.
encapsulates what it's about.
I mean, the regional was special, but I'm gonna kind of stray away from that, and I'm gonna just say just the guys, man, just being in the locker room, like enjoy every second of that because that's the shit you're gonna miss the most. It's bus rides, playing Mafia, hotel rooms, just that's the stuff you're gonna miss because those are your best friends and you're gonna spend most of your day with them every single day. So I'd say that was my favorite thing about Stetson. Just being around the guys every single day and like creating a brotherhood.
And then from that, that's kind of the similar theme that I've heard, especially at a school like Stetson. It's rich, and you guys have to be close. The chemistry
Yeah.
is one of those things. You guys have won over 90 games in the past 2 years because of that. You guys get punched in the mouth, but you stand right back up, and then you rattle off 15, 20 wins like it's nothing. Moving into pro ball now, you've got a little bit of a sample size. It's only going to continue to grow for you. What has been the biggest challenge in transitioning from the day to day in college and into now? What have you kind of realized in the small time you've had?
Yeah. First of all, I'd say so. I'm still here at the complex in Clearwater.
Hmm.
Um, Most likely not going to be assigned to play at an affiliate this year. Um, they really understand how high my workload was this year, and it's not just me; it's a couple other guys in the draft class. So just really training right now, getting my arm strong, getting it healthy, getting my body in a good position to pitch and pitch a lot in 2026, and that's what they said. But for me, the biggest challenge has been with that has been patience.
Right.
Um, it's kind of been a slow transition. They're trying to ease us into it.
Mhm.
It's been cool though. I really like the routine. We're kind of more fast paced now, but the first few weeks it was really like this is how you do this. Like we're gonna take it easy with you guys. Like so just patience, and this is not we're in it for the long game. It's not a rush. So
Right.
it's like
Right.
this is our career now. Like they don't want to rush anything, and they really want to go one step at a time with us, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, you're used to going out every Saturday for the past 3 or 4 months and
Yeah,
having to shove 100 plus pitches. So,
yeah.
do you think there's like that emphasis? Maybe that is the difference, is the emphasis on the arm care and the health, because there are so many
Yeah.
guys in an organization. It's
I
not just
mean,
one small team.
it's been something that I've really honed in on the last couple of years, even pre-surgery, honestly, like from 23 on. But yeah, it's just they take it to another level with technology, just whatever they have here. So much data on us and so much
Mhm.
testing they're able to do on us. So I guess it takes it to another level for sure. Yeah.
Have you had any conversations since you've got there and drafted? Because I'm assuming all the draft picks from different organizations I've spoken to about, did all they send all the draft picks in one place? You guys all sign, you get to meet
Yeah.
each other. If you did, and so what was that like? How was that cool for you?
Actually, it was cool because I know that Isaiah, Ty, and Lorenzo went to like the minor league affiliates to sign. We actually flew out to Philly. So
That's awesome.
the Phillies had a home series at Citizens Bank, so we got to spend the weekend there, sign. It was a cool experience. My parents came up for a day, and that was special. So it was cool to sign in Citizens Bank.
How I feel like that's a really cool situation
Yeah,
to be able to get a little taste of, hey, this is what could be you in a
yeah,
few years,
for
and
sure.
then go back down. What was that like to you? What did you take away from that?
The main thing I took away was funny. The first day we got there, Ranger Suarez was pitching for the Phillies. He was throwing 88, 91, left-handed with four pitches for strikes, and I just kept thinking, man, like this thing is well within reach. Like
Hmm.
I just got to get to work now. So it was cool experience. Um, yeah, just to know that it's within reach, and they send you there, and they're like, hey, look, man, if you work your butt off, this is where you could be in a few years. So
Gosh, that's got to fire you up, right?
yeah, it does, it does.
That's good. That's good. Hey, you ever been to Philly before that? Was that the first time you've been there? Or did you
Uh,
kind of see it? I haven't
I've
been to Philly, so
never like stayed in Philly, but I've driven through it. I've had a Philly before, Philly cheesesteak at one of the famous places, but never like stayed in there. So that was my first time, kind of like camping down for a few days.
that's awesome. Who I don't know. Like, I guess you have a roommate. You're in a hotel, or you're in an apartment right now. Are you
Yeah,
rooming with different guys, different draft picks that you've met? If so, who have you met? Who have you kind of
yeah.
gelled with so far?
Um, Pretty much. I've met all the draft picks by now, even all the free agent guys. We spent a few days in Philly together. Then we got sent down here to Clearwater. We spent like a week in a hotel while they were situating our apartments, and now I'm in an apartment with three guys. So it's me, Gage Wood from Arkansas. He's one of my roommates. He was the first rounder. Good kid. And James Talon. He's a sixth rounder from Duke. He's a left-handed pitcher. He was their closer. So two good guys. Been getting along with the guys well. So it's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
getting to know them too. I mean, I don't know if you take anything from a first round draft pick, or just. I mean, you guys are pretty much close in age. I don't
Yeah.
know if you talk. Do you talk about that much at all? Is there even a conversation at all? Do you bounce ideas off him? Does he bounce ideas off you? Have you guys kind of gelled or learned from anybody else, even not if not him?
Yeah. I mean, a few things. Every pitch grips, just kind of messing around a little bit. What works for them, what works for me. Honestly, what got me here, what got him here. Yeah, just kind of getting to know each other a little bit. I got Gage into Cuban coffee already, so instilled some Latino culture into him, which is cool.
It's
Yeah,
different. You go from Arkansas, you don't get that Cuban coffee. You get that
uh,
cafecito here. Now it's a little different.
yeah, he loves it. Pre-practice, post-practice, pre-golf. Yeah,
You
it's
guys
been
hitting the
good.
links lately? What's good with that? Like, how do you spend an off day? I guess is the
Too
next
much,
question.
too
What does
much,
it look like?
too much links for me.
Too much links.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I got to the facility pretty early, and I mean, we're usually done around this time, like 1:30 ish. I'm usually
Yeah.
back in my apartment, so it's a lot of recovery and rest or play golf. Which are
Are you a left-handed golfer or no? Or do you right? Or you play golf
left-handed
right?
golfer, yeah. It's not the best golf game, but I enjoy my time and I'm trying to get better. I gotta get better. Pro ball
Yeah,
pitcher. As a
it's
pro
gonna
ball
get
pitcher,
better.
you gotta
Trust
be
me.
a good golfer, yeah.
That's right. That's a good
So
point. It sounds like you're in a good spot. It sounds like you're gelling and being able to move. What does the next couple weeks and months look like for you now that you're there? Are you starting in
yeah.
the complex league? It sounds like the
So
bridge league is how Isaiah explained it. But what does
yeah.
it look like for you?
So I'm assigned for the complex league. The complex league's technically over, which is like the rookie league.
Hmm.
So I'm technically on their team, but that's just kind of me being here training at the current moment, throwing long toss, maybe throw a bullpen in the next week or so. But yeah, they're really taking it easy on me just because of the workload. So I should be here for like another month, and then I'll be home for about 6 weeks, and then they do something called a high performance camp in October, which it's like you have to be invited to it. Most of the draft guys will be invited, and that's just kind of like training in the off season, doing some special stuff like personalized for each person, and then
Hmm.
before spring training hits is when I'll really ramp up, uh, throw heavy bullpens, and get ready to go for 26. So I guess it's like I said earlier, it's just being patient, giving my body and arm a rest, and
Right.
get ready to get after it in 2026.
Yeah, something everybody needs, and it's
Yeah.
one of the most unnatural things scientifically to throw a ball overhand. And when you can do it with such talent, your body needs a break. And you know that playing in South
Yeah.
Florida your whole life, a break is not a thing until you're getting paid to take a break, as of where you are right now. So, is there anything else you kind of find out about yourself post draft into this transition of, I talked to Ty Van Dyke the other day, and he said, I'm just now having this realization that I'm now an employee of this organization. Like I'm not just playing baseball to earn a spot and study books. Now I'm studying pitcher reports and things like
Yeah.
that. What have you learned about yourself?
Yeah. I mean, similar to Ty, like you just walk up to a locker, it's like 7:30 in the morning. It's just like, well, this is my job now. Like, let's get
It's my
after
new
it for
nine to
like
five.
let's get after it for 4 hours, and my job's done for the day, and I got
Wow.
my work in, and just get to relax the rest of the day. So yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I've learned probably is that I probably wasn't cut out for a finance 9 to 5 in the office cubicle job.
Mm,
I really thought that was my path early on in my college career, to be honest. Finance major, I was in the Roland George investment program at Stetson, got my master's, and it was an MBA, but finance concentration. So I've got that in the back pocket. But yeah, I started to not see myself be able to sit in the office like that for 10 hours a day. So I'm very happy where I am, and it's
You'll
been
trade that
special.
anytime.
It's been special to live out this dream of mine. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Looking into it, I don't know. Do you have some personal goals for yourself as you've looked into maybe some things that you every time I spoke to you, it's always I've done this, yes, but I have more. I've done this, but like innings we talked about, you wanted to get more innings than your brother did, or whatever it was. You always had different little goals. Is that still something that Jonathan Gonzalez kind of
Um,
fiends
I
off
don't.
of, and you
I'm
you
not.
do it?
I wouldn't. Not saying. I'm not putting any statistical goals currently, like on myself. Um, I'm sure I will when spring training rolls around. When
Right.
I think about that more, but yeah, I'm just honestly trying to enjoy this next few weeks. Really live it up. Really like just kind of like get my body used to like this being my job now. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, man, I'm just soaking it in right now. Not too much like goals at the current moment. It's more of just like embracing it and living it up right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Also,
wanna
too. Go ahead. You're good.
yeah. I do want to shout out my parents, my grandparents and my brothers. They've all been special for me, and I wouldn't be able to be here without them, so it's been awesome.
Yeah, it's also a blessing too. You're not too far. Like you're literally in the state of Florida, just a couple hours away, and they can come see you. How was your birthday weekend? How'd you get to spend it with them?
It
And,
was
and just
good.
it's a new season for
Um,
you.
my family was in Europe for my birthday, my
Oh,
brothers
that's
and my
right.
my parents, but my grandparents are awesome, so they decided to come up for my birthday and rent a hotel on the beach. So I spent the day with them on the beach and just relaxed and enjoyed it and ate at some good restaurants. So
Heck yeah, heck
can't
yeah,
complain.
dude. That's good. Well, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. Looking back as we kind of close here on climbing the ladder of talking to our former Stetson guys that are now climbing the ladder through the minor league baseball system. I haven't asked this question yet, but I want to ask it. To you, just you had a really unconventional journey through it. The highs and the lows. You were able to see it through and get the job done, so to say, and get more recognition that you had deserved and not gotten for most of the year. For you, what is it? What has made it the most, you know, appreciative for you into the way that the journey you went through? What are you gonna like look back and say, this is what I found out about myself and this is who I am now compared to who I used to be?
Yeah, I just kind of like the tenacity and resilience of like every obstacle that like not only I've faced but like everybody on in this journey has
Mm-hmm.
kind of gone through, like whether it's my parents, whether it's my brothers who've dealt with some stuff because of me, or I don't know, just trainers, everybody that's like been a part of, I guess, like my journey. I'm not, this is not like a selfish thing because everybody has their own journey. And I'm just saying that like everybody that's like helped me along the way, whether it's travel ball coaches, summer ball coaches, like I just like really, really am appreciative of every way that those people have impacted me,
Mm-hmm.
and just want to give them their due diligence, and like just want to like appreciate them and thank them for everything they did for me to get me where I am. And not that I'm doing it for them or doing it, I'm just doing it for myself and them at the same time, just kind of putting my best foot forward every day and knowing that yeah, I made this step because this is like amazing and it was a dream,
Mm-hmm.
but like I still want to, I want more. Like
Of course, you have
there's
to.
more for me, and just I don't want to forget about those people like that always help me, whether it's the trainers that wherever I've been, whether it's home, Stetson, summer ball, or every single coach that influenced me. I just want to always remember and thank them for everything they did for me.
Yeah, it speaks volumes because that's the type of person that I've always known you to be. Is you might have success, but you haven't forgotten about the people around you, and that's the biggest thing that I feel like people do forget is who's helped them along the way. Um, in turn, I want you to flip that. How can you turn this and give advice to the next guys up at Stetson? If you had to, instead of talking to me, you're talking in the locker room. What's up? A piece of advice you can give to the younger guys on that squad going
Yeah,
into 2026 to push forward through that might be having their mind in the draft that you used to think.
yeah.
I'm not might not be getting drafted, but
Um,
next thing you know, it's a possibility.
I'll do some name shouting out here because I've talked to a handful of guys recently. Jake Gorlick, um, me and him just we go way back. We've known each other for a while. He dealt with a pretty crazy injury, crazier. He makes my injury look pretty easy. So
Yeah.
me and him dealt through that for together. So bro, I'm just telling him to just to be himself, man, and just really work hard, and which he does, which and just mentally like understand where he could be and just kind of give him advice. And another one is James Hayes, our Friday guy, big guy. Um, just want him to take the next step forward. He was young last year. I mean, truthfully, he had his ups and downs, and he knows that. And
Mhm.
there's all the potential in the world there. He's a strong kid, physical kid, and he's getting smarter mentally. And I think that's going to be the next step forward for him is just understanding the game a little more as a pitcher and just being smarter. Uh, my little brother, Anthony, he's uh he's a little crazy one, but I'm
He's
excited
been
for
doing the
him.
dirty work, man. He's been getting
Yeah,
after it.
he is. He's caught a lot of damn bullpens in his 3 year
Hmm.
career so far. So it's his senior year, and I'm really excited for him and kind of a fresh start for him. And I'm just hoping he takes advantage and it has a good year for him. Um, who else? Oh, Zane and TJ, the dynamic duo. Just yeah, I mean they're technically in the same position I was last year. They're fifth years now, and
Yeah.
just told them to be leaders and just be themselves and don't to not put too much pressure on themselves. It's just baseball. It's the thing you've been doing since you were little. So
Hmm.
I've Brandon Walker. He's going through UCL repair too, which is the same surgery I had. He started throwing a few weeks ago. Told me he was feeling a little for a while, but he actually texted me yesterday that he was doing much better. So
Good.
he's on a he's on a good path to recovery there, and he's going to really help the team this year. I can feel it. So Yeah, just every now and then I'll reach out to a few guys, but I mean, I'm a very simple person, and then they know that, and that's what I tell them: just to be yourself and not to overdo it, and just keep
Yeah.
working hard and keep your head in the right spot. So they'll be good, and I'm excited to see them, and I'm sure I'll come visit in the fall a little bit when we're in the off season.
Dude, that's awesome. And it's good to see that you're keeping in touch with all the guys, being able to pass down what you've learned over this process to the guys that now it's their turn and their turn the next time to step up and have their name called. So I hope to see you around. You're not too
Yeah,
far in Clearwater. It's only
no,
2 hours, 2.5 ish,
I'll
if
be
that.
around.
You're going to be around to land.
Yeah,
So I'm looking forward to that. Enjoy the next couple months of your life before you get a little bit of a break to reset before it gets going. As always, too, I want to kind of give you a little inside scoop here with Stetson and talk to Gage Wood because I am pretty sure Stetson is going to be on the road at Arkansas this year
no,
playing. So the little inside scoop for you, we'll keep that on the
cool.
low here,
Didn't
the
know
Hatters
that.
Collective group, but they should be on the road at Arkansas this year. So a little bit of shit talking you guys can get
Cool.
going on before then.
That's awesome.
So, but
All right.
overall, yeah, once again, thanks, brothers. Anything else you want to add before we close here?
Just I think that's good. I just wanted to say thank you for having me on and kind of sharing the little story that I've been on these last few years, and just kind of reaping like these special moments that I've had over the last few months, and
Mm.
a lot of ups and downs, but mostly ups. And I'm just super grateful for everything that's happened to me the last few months, and honestly, where I am now, it's just a dream come true, and I'm really happy. So
Once
yeah,
again, it's an honor, brother, to be able to sit down and talk with you and just talk about some ball and your journey. And it's pretty cool to be able to say this is Jonathan Gonzalez, an MLB draft pick of the Philadelphia Phillies in 2025.
yeah,
And this has been Climbing the Ladder, where we talk about these awesome Stetson Hatters and after their post draft dreams and now where they are. Jonathan, you are in Clearwater, Florida, getting ready to go. And it's really, really, really awesome to be able to talk to you, sit down and just chop it up and review. And thank you
yeah,
for all of you watching today. It's been a great experience with these guys. And we'll keep in touch with you, Jonathan. Don't think we're going anywhere. We're keeping in touch to be able to support you anything you need. So thanks for
for
joining,
sure.
brother.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Jesse.
All right. And we'll catch you guys very soon on Climbing the Ladder.